It's the middle of January 2023. Usually we're looking at off-season plans, off-season mock drafts, off-season upcoming free agents in the middle of October, in the middle of, or in the beginning of November. But right now, the Detroit Lions season has been over for the last couple weeks. The Detroit Lions are still the hottest talk in Detroit right now because the Pistons are atrocious. No one really wants to talk about the Pistons unless you're bashing Dwayne Casey, what they need to do moving forward. The Tigers are in a complete rebuild. The Red Wings are getting a little bit better, but no one really wants to talk about the Detroit Red Wings right now. The Lions are still the talk of the town after they finish the season 9-8, have a foundation of success to keep this organization moving forward in a forward trajectory. This offseason is huge. It's one of the biggest offseasons the Detroit Lions have had in one of my lifetime. To sustain success, to build this team into a contender, contending for the division, and in 1 to 2 years, contending for Super Bowls. That's why this offseason is so huge. And in this video, I'm going to act as if I was Brad Holmes and what I would do for the Detroit Lions moving forward. Now let's look at our up-and-coming free agents. These are the free agents, our pending free agents that I would re-sign for us because I think they mean a lot to our team. It doesn't mean we're not still going to address this position in free agency or the draft. It just means these players mean a lot to our organization and the success we already sustained. So they got to come back and keep building on what we've already built. So let's get into it. Isaiah Buggs. I'm definitely re-signing Isaiah Buggs. What him and Ali McNeil were doing midway through the season and finishing throughout, they were stuffing that run game, and Isaiah Buggs had a big part of that, and that's why I'm re-signing Isaiah Buggs. Doesn't mean I'm not trying to draft an interior defensive lineman, because I think an interior defensive lineman is one of the Detroit Lions' biggest needs going into the offseason. And you're either going to touch it in free agency or the draft. And there's some killer interior defensive linemen that I would love to have on our team in the beginning of the draft. And there's some in free agency that I would also sign. The more, the merrier. Same with defensive ends. Another free agent I'm bringing back is Alex Anzalone. You got to bring back Alex Anzalone. And I'm still trying to go get a linebacker in free agency or in the draft. Anzalone's just a team captain. He's a big leader, big part of what this team was trying to build. And I think you got to re-sign him. Another player I'm trying to re-sign is Jamal Williams. He's our rock. He's our leader. He's the foundation of this team. We are the Lions. His last interview of the season, it'd be a detriment to this team and what this team's trying to build, because he scored 18 touchdowns. That's very valuable last year, and what he means to the team. I'm definitely re-signing Jamal Williams. If he left, that'd be a huge blow to this team. Another 2 free agencies I'm re-signing before they test the market is Deshaun Elliott, and I'm re-signing DJ Shark. If those two want to come back on discounted deals, I'm bringing them back. If not, let's shift our focus over to free agency. What am I doing in free agency? If I lose any of these players, if I lose a wide receiver, I'm definitely going and trying to sign a wide receiver, or I'm drafting a wide receiver to fill in DJ Shark's shoes. And Deshaun Elliott, I'm definitely going for a safety if we lose Deshaun Elliott. And it could be Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. It could be any of those players. My biggest free agents that I want the Detroit Lions to go after is Levante David, James Bradbury. Any of these middle of the road to end of the road free agents, I want the Lions to sign. We don't need to make a big splash. Just like I said, we got 5 picks in the top 51. And there's rumors going around that we might be trading for Jalen Ramsey. I'm going to make a separate video about if the Lions should trade for Jalen Ramsey, because I so would. And I know I'm going to get a lot of mixed reviews about that, because I definitely would trade for Jalen Ramsey, but that's a whole nother video. We'll get into that later on. But right now, free agency, I'm definitely going for a safety if I lose Deshaun Elliott. Definitely going for a linebacker, interior defensive lineman. Might be looking for a right guard. I'm trying to get rid of Kaale Vaitai as soon as possible. If I could get rid of his contract, what a blow. We already talk about Bob Quinn enough on this channel. How much I hate him, how much I can't stand Bob Quinn and Matt Patricia in that era. I just want to move on from it. But Kaale Vaitai is still a part of our team, and I want to get rid of that contract. If we can get rid of that contract, that opens $20 million up in cap space, and we'll have more to spend. So I'm looking to upgrade the right guard position, make that offensive lineman, make that offense line a lot more solid than it's already been. And I'm trying to add another running back. So my biggest positions of need for the Detroit Lions going into this offseason, whether you address it in free agency or you address it in the draft or you go trade for a big boy, a corner, safety, linebacker, interior defensive lineman, maybe another Defensive end, because the more the merrier. And then right guard and running back. I like our tight ends, James Mitchell, Brock Wright. Just keep signing. We don't need a big marquee tight end with the way this offense rolls. And you address all these positions in free agency, and you do it in the draft. And you go make a trade. I would totally trade for Jalen Ramsey, but we'll get into that in a separate video. Big free agents I'm looking for: Levante David, maybe a running back, Tony Pollard or Miles Sanders or something like that. Right guard, safety, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. There's there's another safety coming out. There's corners coming out. This is a huge offseason. These are the positions I need the Lions to attack for this team to start going from getting over that hump to over that hump and competing for the division and competing for the Super Bowl. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like the video, hit that subscribe button, and help this channel grow. I really appreciate you for taking the time out of your day to rock with me. Peace out.